The cursed chair from a pawn shop. In a quiet town, nestled amidst the rolling hills, there stood a small pawn shop known as Curio's Corner. It was a place where forgotten treasures found new homes, and where the shadows seemed to dance in anticipation of their sinister secrets being unleashed upon unsuspecting souls. One fateful afternoon, a young couple named Amelia and James stumbled upon the pawn shop while exploring the town. Intrigued by its mysterious aura, they decided to venture inside, curious about the trinkets that lay within its dimly lit confines. As they entered, a musty scent filled their nostrils, and the air grew heavy with the weight of forgotten memories. Shelves lined with oddities and curiosities stretched out before them, beckoning their exploration. Amongst the chaos of forgotten possessions, their eyes fell upon a peculiar chair. It was an antique upholstered in faded crimson velvet, adorned with ornate carvings and clawed feet. The chair exuded an aura of undeniable allure, seemingly whispering promises of comfort and elegance to anyone who dared sit upon it. Intrigued, Amelia and James approached the chair. Its presence seemed to grow stronger as they drew nearer, as though it were alive, yearning for their touch. They exchanged hesitant glances, their curiosity mingled with a growing sense of unease. But the allure proved too strong to resist, and against their better judgment, they decided to purchase the haunted chair. Taking their newfound possession home, they placed it in the corner of their living room, unaware of the dark forces they had unwittingly invited into their lives. The first few nights passed without incident, and they began to believe that the chair's haunted reputation was nothing more than folklore. But as the days turned into weeks, a palpable tension permeated the air. Strange occurrences became a nightly routine. Footsteps echoed through the house when no one else was present. Whispered voices seemed to emanate from the shadows, their words too faint to discern, but their malevolence unmistakable. Objects inexplicably moved from their designated places, and a cold draft seemed to follow anyone who dared venture near the haunted chair. Sleep evaded Amelia and James, as the chair's presence loomed over them. Nightmares plagued their dreams, visions of a tormented past seeping into their subconscious minds. They awoke in cold sweats, feeling as though unseen hands had grasped at their throats, choking away the remnants of their peaceful slumber. Amelia's once vibrant spirit grew weak and fragile, her once luminous eyes now dull and haunted. James, too, found his strength waning, his mind clouded by an ever-present fear that gnawed at the edges of his sanity. The once happy couple found themselves spiraling deeper into the clutches of the chair's malevolent influence. One moonlit night, as the house lay shrouded in darkness, Amelia rose from her fitful slumber, an ethereal voice echoing in her ears. It beckoned her, luring her towards the living room where the chair awaited, its presence undeniable and suffocating. Her feet moved of their own accord, driven by an inexplicable force that compelled her to confront the source of their torment. As she entered the living room, a sickly green glow enveloped the haunted chair, casting eerie shadows upon the walls. The air grew heavy, suffocating, as though a thick fog had descended upon the room. The whispered voices grew louder, their words now distinct, filled with malice and ancient sorrow. "Join us," they whispered, a chorus of tormented souls pleading for release. "Join us in eternal torment." Amelia's heart pounded in her chest as she hesitated at the threshold. A maelstrom of emotions swirled within her, a battle between fear and a morbid fascination with the unknown. But as the green glow intensified, her resolve wavered, and she stepped closer, her trembling hand reaching out to touch the haunted chair. At that moment, the chair's true nature was revealed. It came alive, its carvings contorting into grotesque faces, its claws elongating into skeletal fingers that grasped Amelia's arm with a vice-like grip. She screamed in agony as a searing pain coursed through her veins, her life force being drained away by the malevolent entity within the chair. James, awakened by Amelia's blood-curdling scream, rushed into the living room only to find her lifeless body slumped in the cursed chair's embrace. Despair washed over him, mingled with a paralyzing fear that consumed his very soul. In the days that followed, James became a mere shell of his former self. Haunted by guilt and grief, he could not escape the tormented memories that plagued him day and night. The haunted chair, now stained with innocent blood, remained a silent witness to his descent into madness. One stormy night, consumed by a maddening despair, James took a final, desperate act. He set fire to his home, hoping to rid the world of the malevolence that had claimed his beloved Amelia. The flames consumed everything: the house, the cursed chair, and James himself. The townsfolk whispered tales of the tragic couple who had fallen victim to the haunted chair. They spoke of the lingering presence that haunted the charred remains of the house, warning others to avoid the cursed relic that had caused so much suffering. And to this day, the remnants of that house stand as a haunting reminder of the malevolent forces that can lurk within the most innocuous of objects. Should you ever chance upon a forgotten chair in a pawn shop, heed this cautionary tale, for you never know what horrors may lie hidden within its embrace.